The One Show's Alex Jones has reflected on her co-host Jermaine Jenas' sexting scandal as she admitted she was the last to know. Alex, 48, and Jermaine, 42, worked together on the popular evening magazine show from 2020 until his departure in 2024. Jermaine was taken off the show after being fired by the BBC for sending inappropriate messages to female employees during his time at the corporation. The sexting scandal also cost Jermaine his 13-year marriage after his wife Ellie, the mother of 3 of his 4 children, announced the pair were divorcing earlier in March. Appearing on Jamie Lang's Great Company podcast on Thursday, Alex addressed the topic in a rare discussion. She said, "JJ and I had become good friends. I was the last to know. The BBC dealt with it. And I think if people feel uncomfortable, they have to deal with it." The presenter continued, "If it was my daughter and she was at work in whatever industry and she felt uncomfortable, I would hope to God that I'd given her the tools to be able to speak up. If she was brave enough to speak up, because it is a brave thing to do, I would hope that the company, corporation, whoever, would deal with it." Lots of journalists are asked, have you ever had experiences that are uncomfortable? I mean, if you go back to the 90s, early 2000s, there was stuff, and there were ways that things were said that weren't great. But nothing has stuck with me. Nothing makes me shudder. And I know the type of girl I was then, and I wouldn't have handled it. It's one of those things that you'd be worried that if your job were on the line, you wouldn't have said anything, Jamie replied. Alex confirmed, "Yeah, I know I wouldn't have said anything. And so I've got a lot of respect for the girls that did, because I do think it is an incredibly brave thing to do." Jermaine, who also has a daughter from a previous relationship, was sacked by the BBC in August 2024, resulting in the loss of his hosting gig on The One Show and his punditry work on both Match of the Day and 5 Live. The BBC confirmed their decision while he was on air guest hosting TalkSport's Drive Time show. His agency, MC Saatchi, also cut ties with him before he brought in a crisis PR team to handle the aftermath of the scandal. The presenter revealed he lied to wife Ellie during a family holiday in order to sneak off and take a Zoom call with BBC bosses after news of his X-rated messages was first revealed within the broadcaster. And he also told how she had kicked him out of their £1 million home in Hertfordshire after he admitted sending inappropriate messages to 2 female colleagues. Speaking to the Filthy Rella's podcast in June, Jermaine claimed historical problems within the relationship also contributed to the breakup. He said, "The reality is, me and my wife haven't split up because I sent some text messages to some people at work.